analysis shows that growth-enhancing reforms can lift up growth trajectory significantly, up to, as I mentioned, up to 8%. So it is that determination and engaging the public, creating public support that brings results. I always like to give the example of Jamaica, because Jamaica 10, 12 years ago was a country with very high debt, a lot of crime. People were kind of desperate for their future. Well, they brought that down by half, and they moved the country in a very positive growth trajectory by that holistic approach to development. So basically, for low-income countries, this is not given that you cannot break out of it. But it does require a comprehensive program of reforms. It does require consistency of implementing these reforms, and it does require bringing public support for it.
There is still work to be done on the Jamaican economy. And as I stand here, having given, 27 years of my life to the country, almost 9 years of keeping my hands on the wheels and keeping the country stable and balanced and making sure that Jamaica is a place that is showing promise and progress and there is prosperity. I am very much afraid of thinking about what could happen if, for any reason, stable hands were to come off the wheel, to put novice hands on the wheel. And therefore, my commitment to continue to see this through to its proper conclusion, I am determined to ensure that we don't fall into the rut as we fell in when the country was destroyed in the 70s, rebuilt in the 80s, and then for 18 and a half years we fell into a lull. Not going to make that happen. We cannot make that happen. No, it is out of that period of time that we had FinSAC, which made our debt move to almost 130% of GDP. It was during that time that public sector bodies were so poorly managed that they created a fiscal risk for the government and created further debt for the government. It was during that time that murders passed 1,000 in this country. You talk about bad roads and lack of... It was during that time when there was no budget, when the country wasn't growing, that there was disinvestment in the infrastructure of the country. As I said, some of you weren't born then. So when we talk, Colonel, we have to bring the facts to the table. Because people are only seeing what is in front of them. They don't have the full understanding and the full context.